Live from the part of YouTube that is considered a shithole country, it is the Zankoku Tenshi Show. Starring your host, Zankoku Tenshi, the guy who's doing this live right now without a script. So, oops, there goes all the shit right now. So anyways, let's get into it right about now. Here is your host, the man, the myth, the loser, Zankoku Tenshi. Hello, everybody. It is I, Zankoku Tenshi, and I hope I destroyed all your eardrums with that opening. I don't know. I can't tell how loud it is. Honestly, I should probably hook up the earphones and so I can figure this out. Anyways, Dragon Ball Z, hey, you're playing Black Ops 3. I was playing Black Ops 3 quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. My God, that game. I got into a lobby and everyone was like freezing and it was horrible. The lag was crap. And then at the end, someone sent me a message saying, "Stop cheating." And I'm like, what? If I was cheating, then I wasn't doing a good job of it because, man, I was getting murked by the whatever lag crap that was going on there, man. I mean, it was not fun. It was not fun. Anyway, so hello, everyone. I am Zankoku Tenshi, and I'm going to talk about some stuff, but first I need to talk about the horribleness that is YouTube. YouTube, oh my God. Gee. So the whole Logan Paul thing happened, and it just shows how much of a bullshit platform YouTube is. First of all, like, I don't know what YouTube was thinking. YouTube was thinking that, like, maybe it'll just kind of blow over. And then no, it didn't. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about Logan Paul himself or what he did. I'm sure you've already know all about it. There's been 1,000 videos. What's needed to be said about him has been said, and I have no ill will towards anybody. He can do with his channel what he wants. And he does it real well, apparently, and makes lots of money. So, you know what? I'm not going to feel bad also that, you know, he lost a couple deals and isn't preferred. But the thing is, like, it just shows, once again, why YouTube is just, like, bullshit. YouTube is so messed up. You're so bored. Well, wait, you're playing Black Ops 3 and you're bored. So, i.e. you either been playing it too long or you're doing it wrong. And I'm glad that the music didn't make you shit yourself. That's always a good thing. Having clean pants, clean pantaloons is always a good thing. But oh my God. I just, like, once again, here's an example of someone who is the popular guy, someone who YouTube is building their brand around. I mean, they have him, like, giving him his YouTube Red movies or shows, whatever. And he does this thing that was clearly against community guidelines and was probably flagged like 1 million times. And The guy himself has to remove the video. YouTube doesn't. YouTube seems like they just begrudgingly decided, like, okay, well, you know what? The gig is up. Everyone's mad at us. So let's throw the hammer down on Logan Paul. And some of it's deserved. I mean, I don't know. Like, he needed to get a channel strike, yes. I don't know if they should have thrown him out of his show and paused things. I mean, that's the thing, is like, this is America. You can make a mistake. You can fuck up royally. And we can say, okay, look, you own up, you pay the consequences, you come back, you learn a lesson, fine. We'll let bygones be bygones, and we'll see what you do with this second chance. We're the country of second and third and fourth and fifth chances. I mean, look at Michael Vick in the NFL. I don't like everyone does football, but Michael Vick, quarterback, I was a fan of him back in Virginia Tech. I thought he was a phenomenal player. When he went to Atlanta, I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna kind of check out Atlanta, see what they do. I was kind of a Michael Vick fan. I love that playoff performance in Green Bay. I mean, that's tough place to win in the playoffs also. And then, you know, the whole dogfighting thing happened, and God, he just like, you just did stupid things, Mike. You did stupid things, and he paid the price, you know, and he owned up to it. And then, you know, he came back and was, you know, somewhat popular. I never really got back to where he was, but he was functional. And, you know, I'm one of those guys also who's like, you know, you screw up, fine. Let's pay your penance, pay your fine, and let's try. You know, I mean, there's some things that are unforgivable. Like, if you're a serial killer, I might think, okay, well, you might not have paid your penance yet if you spend only a couple months in jail. But you get what I'm saying. So the whole, like, thing is, like, maybe YouTube a little bit harsh on him. I mean, not defending him in any way, but that's the whole thing. It's like YouTube was like just trying to, like, you know, see what was going on before they actually really did something. And that's the thing. You have terms of service, you know, and yes, I know people skirt and things around certain aspects, but it's just one of those things that goes like, if anyone else did that and got like 1 million views, then they would have gotten the subsequent number of flags, and they would have had their video taken down within a day, you know, less than a day. And they would have gotten a strike. You know, they may even gotten their channel terminated. I don't know. It's possible, because there's that talk about that egregious violations, and then it would have been a thing, and people would have, like, you know, said, hey, yeah, okay, YouTube, you know, they did their job there. But because YouTube, like, basically didn't do anything until people bitched and complained, it just shows that they do. They absolutely play favorites. And Dragon Ball Z asks, do I like sushi? And the answer is not really. I like I don't like tuna sushi. Yeah, but I do like salmon and shrimp. But the shrimp's usually cooked, and I like unagi, which is eel. And that's usually cooked. I like that. That's very good. But for the most part, I don't think like things like California roll or any like dragon roll or crunchy roll or any of those type of things, even though I guess some of those are like Americanized versions of sushi. I mean, I guess technically sushi is the name of the rice, but whatever. We know what we're talking about when we're saying in America or the Western world. When we say sushi, we're thinking of raw fish on rice most of the time, or the rolls and the seaweed and stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of most of that stuff. There are things that I like. I don't like the whole salmon roe wrapped in seaweed on rice. I'm not a big fan of that. Wasabi is okay. I mean, it's not something that I go, oh man, I want to go get some sushi. No, it's like, you know, if I'm at a Japanese restaurant and you know, some friends get like a sushi platter, you know, I'll grab the salmon, but I'm not gonna like eat a lot of that. No, to me, I'd stick to the sukiyaki or the tempura. I love tempura shrimp, tempura vegetables. Along with that, that's great. That's great stuff. But yeah, you know, get a nice bowl of udon is pretty awesome. But yeah, not sushi. I'm not a big sushi guy. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, getting back, but so back to YouTube. So once again, it just pisses me off because it's, I mean, I don't know if you heard of the whole Prager University thing, but Prager University is a YouTube channel, and they constantly they do like these little 5-minute videos, informational videos about certain subjects, like, you know, taxation, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, things like that. And yeah, they have a kind of a right perspective, a right-leaning perspective, or a conservative perspective on things. But they are constantly found in restricted mode, and so they decided to sue Google because they feel that they're being discriminated against, and they want to be treated equally like other shows that are similar, kind of like Crash Course in History. If you ever seen the Crash Course videos, Crash Course in History, Crash Course in Philosophy, things like that. And those kind of have a more left-leaning philosophy behind them. So, and they don't get restricted mode. And the reason why restricted mode matters is because a lot of schools and educational institutions automatically are in restricted mode, so their videos are blocked. And so, yes, I have this problem. I don't think we should be like suing companies like that. But now that I think about it, maybe, because really the terms of service and the user license agreements should be a two-way street. It should be, because we have, you know, we're getting on your platform in good faith, saying like, you know, we're going to do stuff and we're going to try our best to, you know, stay within the lines. And we're hoping that by doing so, you yourself, the site, YouTube, are going to treat us like you would treat everyone else, and that you would administer that agreement equally amongst all users. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't treat all users the same. I like how you know, we all lost our shit about net neutrality, but you know what happened to fucking YouTube neutrality, right? All content creators should be treated the same, right? All of our videos should be equal, right? But no, in YouTube's mind, it's not equal, which is funny because YouTube, part of Google, wants net neutrality, but they don't want neutrality of their own fucking site, man. They don't. Fuck you. Logan Paul's more important than all of you other people out there. He's gonna get the special treatment. You're gonna have to just sit and spin, basically. And that's the thing that really kind of turns me. So now I kind of agree with the lawsuit, because I'm thinking, yeah, YouTube, why don't you treat everyone equally? Why are there a set of standards for the top people and a different set of standards for the bottom people? I mean, it's so crazy. You know, I know YouTube has its favorites and it wants to promote their ideals and their particular philosophy, but there comes a point where it stops being yours and it becomes everybody's. And I think YouTube has kind of become everybody's in a way, because we're all creating this sort of world, this sort of community where there's all kinds of crazy shit, and there's opinions from the left, right, up, down, all over the place. And the fact that it's all there, it's all pretty much accessible for everyone, is scary and beautiful at the same time. But I don't know. It just reiterates the thing that really keeps me from making videos more often is the whole fact that like I sit here and I'm like, what am I doing? Like I start editing a project and I sit there and after a minute I'm like, what's the point? What am I doing this for? There's like, I'm never going to get a fair shake from YouTube. If there's any like hint of controversial whatever, you know, is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one that ends it all, you know? And so it's like, and the thing is like, I don't want to put out like, when I did that last video, that's fucked up video, it was not a crazy racy anime. I mean, the things that I talked about, you know, when you think about it for a little bit, yeah, they're screwed up, but it's not like as bad as some of the other things that I've talked about. And the reason being is like I have to pull my punches in this world, and it's sad. It's sad because I don't want to pull my punches. I want to hit hard and fast. And every time I go gung ho and go, okay, this is it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. In the back of my mind, it starts going, oh God, maybe I shouldn't, you know. Because I mean, I like watching videos on YouTube, and I don't like to have to, you know, go around things because my channel is going to get in trouble for reasons that I don't even know. I mean, and the thing is, like, someone's going to say, well, if you suspect, and like the problem is, like, everything that I've put out, I haven't suspected it was going to be a problem. And then they have problems with a couple of them and never really tell me what exactly there is. And I'm like going, you know, the thing is, age restriction. I mean, are we, like, when we age restrict, we're supposed to be adults, and adults can handle shit, right? What the hell, man? Seriously. So, okay, BeastCud80 basically made an insensitive comment. Emit a pungent odor that cause you to gag. Well, you know, we all kind of do that, especially if we're, you know, hardworking. You know, we kind of sweat. After a while, we'll emit body odor, and yeah, sometimes it can be strong. So I don't think it's like particular to a certain like race, but yeah, man, gee. You know, that's pretty bad. Look, I'm going to give you a warning. Okay? I'm going to give you a little warning. Don't bring that shit here. Don't bring it here. This is not the place for it. All right? I mean, you could be a pretty nice guy, girl, whatever. Just don't bring that shit. There's no reason to bring that shit here. It's stupid. In fact, you know, I'm gonna delete your comment. It's not even worth it. Okay? I'm sorry. No, I mean, no, but serious. Let's like, you're probably a kid then, right? Because let's act like some grown-ups here. I mean, seriously, like I'm an easygoing guy, but why do you have to like do something like that? I mean, seriously, you think it's funny? You think it's hilarious? Ha, look, I made fun of black people. Ha ha ha, you know? I mean, it's not funny. That wasn't funny. You know, you make an insensitive joke. At least try to make it funny. You know, that is just kind of stupid. I mean, seriously, and then, you know, okay, I'm your dad, whatever. YouTube drama, get you mad subs. I'm not in it for subs. My God, look at me. I've got what? I don't know, like 16,000, whatever. I don't even. Let me look. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's not even about subs. It's about views. It's about eyeballs. Ooh. But no, I mean, but there's no point. There's no point. Like, there, I mean, it's just, I mean, I look, and I don't want to be like, you know, angry at you per se. I'm angry at the action. I'm not angry at the person, you know. And once again, you know, you made a mistake. You thought, okay, this was going to be funny, and it wasn't. So live and learn, right? Right? All the best to you, man. But yeah, I mean, you can make an offensive joke, but, you know, first, I mean, maybe preface it as a joke, but also make sure it's a funny one, right? Because there are some funny jokes out there that are offensive. They're just, you know, like that one is just, I mean, so like the joke has to have a punchline, you know? So, you know, X group like this, blah, blah, because this, bang, haha, funny. Something like that. But when you just go, you know, oh, X group smells bad and I like to vomit or makes me want to vomit, it's just not funny. I don't know. It's like, I mean, I could come up with a joke. Actually, there's a YouTube video out there. I think it was like 50 offensive jokes. And some of them are pretty funny, but yeah, you're like, oh my God. But see, the thing is, he prefaces, he's like, hey, these are offensive jokes. These are going to offend people. This is by no means that these are accuracies and stuff like that. They're just offensive jokes. Like okay, so I'll give you an example. And this is a group of people that you can make fun of on my channel. And that's feminists. So I'm stealing your joke, guy, whoever made this. I'm not claiming this is my joke, but here's the joke, okay? How many feminists does it take to change a light bulb? Like feminists could change anything. See, that's a joke. And of course, feminists are like, we can't change anything. I just saw it the other day. So I like that whole thing. But see, there's a joke in there. Okay? Someone might call it offensive, but there's like an actual joke in there. So, yeah. But just coming out right and saying something rude is not the best thing. So anyway, so whatever. Oh no, I've lost all my viewers. I don't care. Whatever. I will not apologize for any jokes that I make because they are jokes and they are made in good fun. But if you just go straight out and insult someone, well, that's just, you know. Anyways. So anyways, I don't know. That whole thing ruined the whole mood of my life. Whatever. But yeah, they just YouTube. I mean, basically talking about how we want it to be a two-way street. You know, we want to follow the rules, but YouTube needs to follow its own rules too. And also communicate with people. Tell them what exactly is and is not acceptable. So that way we don't have, you know, to think. Not think, but have to worry about what's going on. By the way, do you do YouTube as a full-time job? No, I don't. I don't do YouTube as a full-time job. I have my own full-time job. My God, if this was my full-time job, I would be out of the job in seconds because I wouldn't be able to pay my electricity bill, my internet bill, or anything like that. No, I'm not making any living. I make no money off of YouTube whatsoever. Most of the videos that are popular on my channel are not suitable for all audiences. They get age restricted, and age restriction means no monetization. So, but I put them out because I want to put them out because I think they're funny and enjoyable. And maybe one day, somewhere, somehow, I might be able to use that popularity for something else that may make me money, but it's not my job. That's not what I do. I mean, honestly, I would definitely put a lot more videos out if this was my job, and the videos would be a lot different if this was my job, and maybe I would be able to make money if I was doing things differently. But no, I've got a full-time job, I work 40 plus hours a week. So I do this in my spare time when I'm not watching movies or playing video games or sleeping and eating. So that's why it's pretty infrequent, because I plan to do something every week, but plans always don't work out. Like last week, I had to go out of town and pick up my brother from something, and because his wife was like, "Oh, could you pick him up? I don't feel like going out in the cold and the snow." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll do it." Anyways, like, and yeah, and every Thursday I think, okay, this is the Thursday I'm gonna do the Thursday show, and always something else comes up. It's always something. It's like, oh man, I wish I had a lot more time. I mean, yeah, I could quit my job and like devote more time to this, but no, it's not. It's not, and I don't think, for most people, YouTube doesn't provide a living, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Well, I hope you gain more popularity. I've been subscribed to you for 2 or 3 years, and you're creative in the midst of other YouTubers. Well, I thank you for saying that I'm creative. I mean, some of the things, when I look upon it, I'm like, oh, that was pretty neat. But I don't know. I just, like everything in my life, I think I'm criminally average. When I play video games, I'm criminally average at video games. I mean, I don't think I excel in anything, except in certain aspects of my job. I am probably like the best person there, in certain aspects of my job. So that does give me some happy feelings at times to know that, I'm king shit there. I'm not saying that I am king shit there, but I'm saying, like, I'm like the go-to guy. I'm the reliable guy. I'm the guy. They're like, that guy. But yeah, I mean, no, I look, nothing makes me feel happier than see someone say, "Hey, I like what you did." It's like a humbling experience, and it's a warming experience when someone says, "Hey, I like what you did. Hey, you made my day. That was great." So, yeah, I mean, and that's, one of the things why I come back, and even though I might not feel like doing like a video, when I do the streams, I like talking to people, back and forth, asking the questions, even if some of the questions are like crazy, like Jem the Thug. My God, he comes up with these would you rathers that are like straight out of nightmare hell, and I mean, like, some of them are just crazy. Like, I wouldn't rather any of those, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate the kind words, and I mean, sometimes there's this thing. It's like, I somehow kind of not like being popular, or no, I'm sorry, I kind of like not being popular, because then I don't have as much expectations. I don't have the pressure to perform. And if I was a lot more popular, I might feel the pressure to like constantly have to deliver, and that could be bad. So see, asking, are you planning on branching out to other types of content? I'm always planning on doing all kinds of stuff. Like, my mind is full of all these crazy things. Like, first of all, I am an amateur filmmaker. I've made some films. They're all on like a mini DV cassettes, and if I ever get off my ass and find some way to connect my like little mini DV player to my computer, I might try to upload, but they're like such crappy quality. They're so bad. But like, I always want to just go out and make a film, but the problem is I just don't have enough people around me that want to give up their time and effort to go help me do that. And like, making a film by yourself is pretty tough, especially if you want to have like a narrative with multiple characters, unless you're going to play them yourself, which, I mean, I guess I could totally Eddie Murphy something, but I don't know if it'd work too well. I've got like, I've got these ideas. I've got like 4 or 5 book ideas. I've written maybe about 10 to 20 pages of one of the books, and it's the thing is, like, it's just finding time to do it. And the problem is, like, in the middle of like writing, it's like sometimes your brain goes faster than you can type or you can write, and then you're already like a chapter ahead in your mind. And it's more fun to like play it out in your mind than it is to like write it down. And so it's like I've almost conceptualized one of the books completely, like almost like the entire narrative is done in my mind, and it's just like going back and like filling it all in and putting it down. So yeah, that's one of the things I've thought about, like doing little video skits and putting them in my show and stuff like that. But once again, people I need to like act in them, people I would need to like, do the camera and stuff like that. So yes, is there going to be more That's Fucked Up or any more anime reviews? Anime. Yes and yes, maybe. Like I've got like maybe like 3 episodes of That's Fucked Up like in my mind, but yet there's that part of me that goes like, do I really want to put in the week's worth of writing it, recording it, getting the video clips, editing the clips, putting it up, upload it to YouTube, and then YouTube having a freak out because of it? I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, because it's a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to do a lot of work for something that's just going to be all like, like removed or put behind stuff or blocked. I mean, like it's one of those things that it just feels demoralizing. And I don't know if it's hard to explain it, but if you've ever had something that you worked hard on and then someone just goes, and tears it up, or goes and puts it behind something, and no one else can really like see it. It wears you. It's like, oh well, shit. And it's annoying, and it makes you like want to quit everything. But no, I've got several ideas. Like there's so much stuff. There's so much media I have to like consume. I still haven't watched Prison School yet, which I should. It's just I've got so many things. There's just so many things going on, like media wise. Just finding the time for it all. But I mean, I want to do Prison School. I'm gonna be. I think I've said this before. It's been months. Maybe it's almost been a year since I've actually watched a series of anime. It's been a while. Just haven't been able to get around to watching the stuff. I've been busy with all kinds of other things. Life. But no, I mean, I'm always planning. I'm always trying. It's just getting down and doing the stuff. Are there any plans of taking a break from YouTube? Yeah, I take a break from YouTube all the time. Every time that I am not on it, I'm taking a break. I mean, like, look, it's probably been what? It's been like a week. It's been 2 weeks since my last, live stream, whatever. So yeah, I took like a week off basically, even though things happen. I mean, if you're talking about like, am I gonna go, several months or even a year? I don't know. It really depends. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on how I feel. If I don't feel like doing something, I'm not gonna do it. So, but I always want to keep in touch. I always want to, talk to people, because they're, as crazy as it is, there's people who actually are curious. I mean, obviously you're curious. You ask a question. So, yeah. So I just, how it goes. I just see how things go and play it by ear, and then whatever happens. If I make like 5 videos in a month, awesome. If I make 1 or none, you know, that's how it goes. Are there any plans of quitting YouTube? Well, yes, my plan is to quit YouTube immediately after the awesome tube comes into fruition. You know, awesome tube, the place that doesn't give a shit, the place where, hey, guess what? You know what? Okay, yeah, there's some titties in your video. Whatever. We'll put like an age restriction, but guess what? We got lots of sponsors who want adults, like, you know, people who sell alcohol or condoms or porn, whatever. They'll love to put ads on your videos. So we're not going to care. We're going to have a section for you. And you know what? You're going to offend a lot of people. You know what? Okay, we're going to have a section for you. But guess what? All that stuff is discoverable by people who want to discover that. So if you like, you know, go through and it's like, I want to find, you know, controversial videos on subject A, boom, they're there. And we're not going to care. We're not going to hide them behind like a limited view. And that's going to be their platform. They're going to say, hey, look, advertisers, we're going to get billions of views a month, and you want part of that money? Come on. If you're not comfortable with certain videos, that's fine. Tell us. We'll move you to certain areas. If you are comfortable with everything, we'll put you on everything. If, you know, you want to target a certain, you know, thing. Oh, like, you know, let's say there's whatever, trying to think. Oh yeah, like, okay, let's say like a military surplus store. Military surplus store, kind of like Nazis, because Nazis tend to buy a lot of military surplus stuff. So guess what? We're going to put our ad on a bunch of Nazi videos. Okay? Look, there's the market. There you go. You have it. Hey, look, and then we can say we're not censoring Nazis, even though Nazis are jackasses. We're not going to censor them because, hey, you know what? Some people want to watch that shit. Whatever, go. Just like, you know, everything on the opposite. You got like the hardcore, you know, cultural Marxists and stuff like that want to, they can have their, I don't know, like advertising would be going against their core beliefs though, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like once there is a suitable alternative that actually, you know, wants to create a partnership with its content creators and like talks and plans and tries to foster a community, and not just like their ideal community, but actually like, you know, a gigantic tent of super diverse people with all kinds of diverse thoughts and viewpoints and opinions, whether the opinions are right opinions or wrong opinions, whether the opinions are controversial opinions or non-controversial opinions. They're all welcome, and they're all, you know, free to put what they want, and there's always a place, and they'll have a place for them. And if advertisers are not comfortable with certain things, they can opt out or they can say goodbye. And if they are comfortable, then there they are, you know? I mean, shit. So what's your honest opinion about the Hollywood sexual assault cases? Well, first of all, I've talked about this before on one of my past shows. But, you know, it's like, you know, Hollywood, my God, Hollywood, what a bunch of hypocrites. Like, they always, you know, the whole Me Too and we stand behind our women, the whole, like, Golden Globe thing was just an insufferable, like, oh man, we as a community, the Hollywood community, we shit the bed so hard. But now we're gonna like talk about, you know, how shitty the situation we all kind of created, but like we're not part of the problem, and we're gonna fight what the problem is. Some other people are the problem. It's not us. We're the good people. So, you know, let's look at us. We're cleaning it up. You know, can I pat myself on the back as hard as possible? You know, it's the same thing with like the whole gender, you know, they like all these Hollywood people talk about, oh man, the gender pay gap so horrible. And then you find out like, oh man, the actors get paid way more than the actresses. I'm like, oh yeah, so you preach to everybody else, but look at what you guys do. And like the whole thing about Hollywood, the rumors, the casting couch, the whole like, who did she blow to get that, that part. There's countless stories and movies and television shows about the pretty young girl who goes to Hollywood to get her dream job and ends up being used and abused, and sometimes she ends up dead in the gutter or addicted to drugs and stuff like that. The reason why those stories exist is because there's truth in those stories. Hollywood has been a snake pit and den of debauchery and sexual perversion. Eyes wide shut. Those orgy parties were basically Hollywood parties, and the same thing with the governance, like the political governments and stuff like that. It's all people with power, and when you have power, you start to use it, and you use it for things that you want, and then once you start getting it. And realize that you can get away with it, you start abusing it, and then it becomes more and more and more, and then all of a sudden, like Oprah. Oh my God, Oprah for president, right? She gets up there and she makes this speech while she was friends with Harvey Weinstein, friends with him, always. Oh, gee, it's like Oh, I didn't know. Whatever. Come on. You're there. You hear the rumors. You hear the talk. And then now all of a sudden, yeah, okay, well, no, man. Harvey Weinstein's horrible, horrible person. And you didn't know. And if I would have known, I would have done something. No, you didn't. No, I mean, okay, like, really, we don't know whether or not she did know or not. But come on. How could you not have known? Hell, I knew. I heard rumors about Harvey Weinstein. I'm not even in Hollywood. And I knew about that shit. And you're going to say Oprah Winfrey, friend, constantly at parties hosted by him, whatever. Anyways, after celebrities that goes against the president get revealed to have committed sexual assault, do you think they can criticize Mr. Trump? Look, you can criticize anyone, whatever, regardless of whether or not, you've engaged in the same thing that you're criticizing. I mean, this is a free country. You're able to criticize no matter what. Now, people can call you on it, and people can say, yeah, well, you criticize about that, but you yourself, blah, 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 the whole thing about, don't be talking about the speck in somebody else's eye before you remove the plank in yours. So that's the kind of thing. It's like, yeah, they can talk all they want. It hurts them. It hurts their cause when they talk about, oh my God, we have the sexual predator in chief, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I was best friends to the greatest sexual predator in the Hollywood history, which I don't think he was. I'm sure there still are ones that are even more insidious. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the rumors about Disney and the Disney Channel and the kids and the Disney Channel and the whole, oh God, what's that guy's name? I don't know. The big guy. The thing is, like, the person who, I guess, allegedly de-virgined practically all the female stars. The one that probably screwed up Miley Cyrus to the point where, look at her. Oh my God, what the hell? Things like that. I mean, but yeah, whatever. I don't care. It's look, it's good that they're finally coming out to light, but the stuff should have never happened. People should not be afraid to speak up, and I implore people to speak up. If someone's like threatening you, if someone is assaulting you, if someone's grabbing you and stuff like that, that's not right. You tell them no, stop. If it continues, then you get out, you go tell someone, you tell the police, you file the report. It's just, Oh, what was the best game from 2017 in your opinion? Well, shoot. I don't know. I don't know if I played many games from 2017. I don't think I've played any games from 2017. I'm going to be honest. What games came out? Like, no. Haven't played that. Haven't played that. Haven't played that. Haven't played that. No, I'm still playing old games. I'm still playing old games. Like, I'm still playing like Modern Warfare Remastered. Like as I said earlier in the show, I was playing a lot of Black Ops 3. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a lot of browser-based games on my tablet. So, and I'm sure those are old. I don't think any of those are new. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to play any of the new games because none of the new games really interest me. I mean, Assassin's Creed. I have a bunch of Assassin's Creed games on my Xbox, but I'm not actively playing any of them. They're all I got them all for free, so one day, and who knows, I might like them. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any game that went, you know what, I should play this. Like even Call of Duty World War II. I was never a fan of World War II in Call of Duty. I always liked the modern stuff and even the future stuff. But, you know, when I was never interested in Call of Duty with Call of Duty 1, 2, or 3. Modern Warfare blew my mind and I liked it. But then they went to World at War and I was like, oh, it's not as good. And I was very disappointed when they did that. And then, you know, then they're like, we're going back to World War II. And I'm like, oh, I'm just not interested in that. So I don't know. And then, you know, everyone talks about all these indie games, but whatever, Steam games, I don't know. What do you think is the best game? Oh, you asked me, what am I currently working on? Like, are you talking about what am I currently working on for YouTube, or what? Or are you talking about what current games I'm working on, or I mean, like if I'm currently working on something, YouTube wise, I am working on the episode of That's Fucked Up, which I talk about Welcome to the NHK. It's an older anime series, and there's a part that happens in this one where the main character is introduced to something on the internet, and like the whole thing is done kind of matter-of-factly. Like, it's not like a huge deal, but when you find out what he's talking about, it's like, oh my God, what? And they're like, just like, it's no big thing. You're like this. I mean, this is somewhat of a cultural thing there, yes, but I mean, it's just, ay. Anyways, I mean, and the thing is, it's not like, you know, it's just a small part of that series. And the series is really good, by the way. If you haven't seen Welcome to the NHK, I definitely recommend it. It is a very good one. It's actually, has a great story with characters and deals with a lot of important social, psychological type of things, like you know, the whole hikikomori situation, shut-ins, NEETs, and of course the thing about suicide in Japan. And so it has a great emotional storyline through it. But yeah, there's some things in there that are just, you know, like. But anyways, so I mean, that's one I'm currently sort of working on. The other thing that I've been, you know, working on is the lime-colored wars. Lime-colored wars, I think is what it's called. I gotta remember what is it. Anyways, it's a series that takes place during the Sino-Japanese War, which happens before World War II, between Japan and Russia. And there's these girls that have the power of these things called like Raimus, or anyways, it's of course they got to be high school girls because you can't have adult women piloting spiritual mecha monsters because that would be practical. We need people who are going through hormonal things and may be prone to the throes of youth and the irrationalities of youth and emotions and stuff like that. You know, it worked so fine with Evangelion. You know, they were completely stable. All those pilots, completely stable people, no issues whatsoever. Anyway, so yeah, so are there any anime series you are planning to watch? If not, I recommend JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders, and Diamond is Unbreakable. Well, like I said before, I need to watch Prison School. And I got to finish High School DxD because titties, that's why. And there's some other things out there. I do kind of want to watch Overlord. That one looks interesting. But yeah, I mean, I've heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know. It just didn't seem interesting from what I've seen of it, but maybe it's just too manly for me. Ooh, toxic masculinity. Anyways, I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. Like, I haven't heard of Stardust Crusaders. Oh man, my glasses. I got like a little bit of water on there, and then my fingerprints and. Ugh. Oh no, you see me without my glasses. Oh, I'm horrible. Oh, look away. Look away. Oh, okay, there. Better. I mean, I swear, man, without my glasses, I look like this blurry pink blob. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyways, what are your favorite YouTubers? Oh my god, I don't really have like. I like GameSack. I like GameSack. I like MTG Goldfish, actually, Magic the Gathering Goldfish. Seth, better known as Saffron Olive. He makes some interesting content. I just like he makes these kind of janky decks that shouldn't work, and sometimes they don't, but when they do work, they're spectacular. Plus, he's got some of the best reactions, like when things don't go his way, he's just like, he'd be like, oh yeah, they're empty-handed. The only thing that can ruin this is if he top decks this, and then all of a sudden he plays it and he's like, oh god. You know, I don't. So I like him. I really do like Lost in Vegas. They're a couple of guys who do music reaction videos, and really, I mean, they're a bunch of hip hop loving guys, and they started to react to metal videos, and metal is my favorite genre of music. So it's always interesting to hear, you know, people with an open mind, because I hear this stuff about people, you know, when people hear of metal and they're, oh, it's all loud and screamy and I can't understand anything. It's just horrible. And so they at least come at it with an open mind, and they don't like everything, but they do like some things. And it's very interesting to get their take and their idea, and they're sort of watching them like learn and progress about like the stuff in metal, which is really, really cool. And those guys are a pretty cool guys. I guess thinking about like other YouTubers I like. I mean, I guess in the political realm, I mean, I do enjoy Prager University's videos. Then there's Ben Shapiro. He's a brilliant guy. He's smart, and he makes great arguments and things like that. So, what are my least favorite YouTubers? Well, honestly, I avoid them, so they're not my favorite. I mean, like the Young Turks, I hate the Young Turks. I used to watch the Young Turks like years ago, and I've seen them just fall into the pit of leftist social justice bullshit, and they have just become shills to that whole thing. They're all about virtue signaling and you know, basically just they've sold their souls to that, and they're no longer like any sort of, you know, balance or impartiality is completely gone with them, and they've kind of lost their minds. So the Young Turks, I don't like them anymore. Anything that YouTube highlights, like YouTube Rewind, fuck that. I'm not even gonna, no. Or, you know, proud to be, or whatever. Anything that's sponsored by YouTube is just gonna probably piss me off or whatever. So I avoid them. I mean, otherwise, like, you know, if I, like, for instance, like, I haven't seen a single Logan Paul video or whatever, Jake Paul, the other guy. Never seen any of their videos and don't really want to. I heard of them and I go, okay, they sound like, you know, douchebags, so I'm not going to pay attention to them. So, I mean, I'm not going to say like I hate them. I just go, they're not for me, so I'm going to avoid them. And that's basically what I do. I just, if I don't think I'm going to like it, I'm just not going to click on the video, or I'll just avoid the video. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of YouTube, is like, you know, you don't like something, just don't watch it. You don't have to ban it. You don't have to flag it as inappropriate. You can just ignore it. But there are some people in this world who can't ignore it. There are some people in this world who go, oh my God, it exists. And because it exists, my world is ruined. And therefore, I must make sure it doesn't exist. Otherwise, my world is ruined. Anyways. Have you ever found hentai alluring with drawn women with curves? I've enjoyed those types of episodes on Hentai Haven. Dude, I'm all into hentai. I love hentai. I mean, like, hentai can go crazy insane with some of the stuff they do, like Euphoria, like, oh my goodness. But like overall, I like tentacles. Like, no, I mean, I've liked it for quite a long time. I mean, I have no problem with hentai. I have no problem with people who watch hentai. I do have a problem with futanari, but, you know, some people, whatever you guys like, whatever. I'm just saying, I'm not down for that, but whatever. Drawn women. Now, when you say drawn women with curves, are you talking about like really? I mean, like, you know, there's a thing for the hourglass shape. There is a thing there. You know, Jessica Rabbit, even though she's not, you know, hentai, she, you know, there's that, you know, that sort of shape and figure there. You know, hentai is alluring. Yeah, I mean, there's just, you know, beautiful. Beauty is beauty, and titties are titties. So, you know, and I've always wanted to, like, make like a movie called Internet the Movie. It would be the most horrific and offensive thing ever. But there would be a skit, a part of that movie where I would, like, you know, go to have sex with a Japanese woman, and she'd take her pants off, and it would just be like this scramble. And I'm like, oh, I just thought they censored that. But you guys actually have scrambled vaginas. Only, and then she'd freak out because she'd be like, what's that? It's like, that's my dick. It's like, but it's supposed to be all like Lego. And I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm sure someone probably have done that video already. Maybe, I don't know. But I thought that would be hilarious. But anyways, have you heard of Shadman or Shadman, or I don't know, the little things? If you have, what's your opinion? Honestly, it doesn't sound familiar. It doesn't ring a bell, so I don't know. So I don't have an opinion. Unless for some reason, you know, It looks like Shadman or Shadman or Shidman or whatever, but it's actually Bobby Smith. I'm like, what? How do you get that? That's not what the 2 dots above the A just turns the whole thing into something. I don't know. So I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar, so I might not have heard of him or whatever. So I don't have an opinion yet. What's your opinion on lolis? What's your opinion on lolis? So in real life, bad. In the virtual world, whatever. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I don't care. Real life, bad. Fake life, just like murder. You know? Real life, bad. Fake life, I'm fine. You know? Horror movies and stuff like that. In the fantasy world, you know, in fantasy, you can go into all kinds of horribly dark, crazy, stupid, inappropriate, bad places. As long as you have that healthy separation, then that's fine. You just don't want to, you know, make that a reality. Don't make it a reality. What's your biggest turn off? Futanari. There you go. Futanari. Like, look, that, no, I mean, that is like the worst thing. That is the worst thing. So let's say, you know, I'm reading a manga or a doujinshi, okay? I'm reading, okay? And then, you know, it's pretty good, it's pretty entertaining, it's great, and then all of a sudden, the girl just sprouts a member. That it's just like, then I'm like, oh, no, I'm out, I'm gone, I'm out of here. I just, that's the biggest turn off. That and like death. Like, I don't want to mix my sex with my violence. I don't really want to mix that. So I guess you say Guru is probably also, they're pretty close. I don't like, you know, like the whole idea of a snuff film. Just no, I can't. That's too much. Like, that's just, you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess if I'd have to draw a line, there would be a line right there. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, hey, let's. I have this fun idea. I have this fun idea to help get everyone to know me, and also to make fun of the craziness of social justice at the same time. And that is, there is this quiz. This Buzzfeed quiz called "How Privileged Are You?" It's been around forever, but I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take this quiz with you guys. I'm gonna take this quiz here, and so I'm gonna go to the infinite screen here, and let me bring up the chat here. And I guess I'm gonna have to go back and forth with the chat and whatnot, I guess. I wish there was like a way to like make it okay. There's no way to just put it on top, I guess. I don't know, but I'm gonna go take this quiz, and here's the address: BuzzFeed.com/regadcha, whatever the hell that is. How privileged are you? And I'm just gonna take this test here, and we can talk about what's going on, and we can see whether or not I am privileged. So the first question here is, I am white. Yeah, I'm reasonably white. So there we go. I have never been discriminated against because of my skin color. Well, I guess you're like, I've been insulted because of my skin color. Actually, yeah. I mean, maybe this was a joke. So I don't know. A female did tell me straight up my face she doesn't date white people. so I mean, I guess that's discrimination. I mean, it's maybe she's joking, maybe she's just blowing me off. I don't know, but I'm gonna count it. So fuck you guys. Whatever. I'm counting it. Okay, I have never been the only person of my race in a room. I have actually been the only person of my race in a room before. I've actually had it happen to me in America before. But also, I've been to Japan twice, and yes, I have been the only person. So, look, I have done that, so, okay. I have never been mocked for my accent. I have actually... People have told me that I do have an accent. That I have, like, this sort of Midwestern accent. I don't think I have an accent. Do I have an accent? So, I did... because we say things like there's, like, a coupon. We call it coupon. I've always called it a coupon. You got some coupons? You got any coupons? But they're coupons. So, but we call it coupons. And then there's like windmill cookies. We call them windmill cookies and windmills and stuff like that. So apparently I do have an accent, and my ex-girlfriend hated it when I said windmill. So, yeah, I have been mocked for it. Anyways, I have never been told I am attractive for my race. Nope, I have never been told I'm attractive, period. No, I have been. Some people have actually said I was attractive. I don't believe them, but they have said that. So, yeah, so we'll skip that one because no one's ever said that I'm attractive for my race. Apparently, there's a lot of good-looking white people, I guess. I don't know. I have never been a victim of violence because of my race. I don't know. I've been a victim of violence, but I don't think it had anything to do with race. So I'm going to... Oh, no. So yeah, I'm going to check that. I have never... Oh, I've never been mocked for my... Okay, wait. Okay, I've totally... Okay. I totally misunderstood this. Okay. Never. Okay, I mean, I have been discriminated, so I have to uncheck that. My God, I've already screwed this up. I'm like 5 minutes in. I've totally screwed this. Okay. I have never... Okay, I have been, so I don't check that. I have been... Okay. All right. So, okay, now we're good. We're good. Oh, man, I screwed that up. I'm so sorry. I fucked that shit up so bad. Okay, so... I have never been... Check it if I've never been. Okay, now I got it. Okay, I've never been called a racial slur. Cracker is technically a racial slur. I guess white boy is kind of a racial slur, so, yeah. I have never been told I sound white. I mean, I won't count it, but I have been accused of like, you're the whitest sounding motherfucker. But I'm not going to count it, so whatever. A stranger has never asked to touch my hair or asked if it's real. No, but people I've known actually wanted to... I used to have like really long hair, and I would have it for like a long time. And my coworkers, when I shaved, or not shaved, but got my hair cut kind of short, like really short. Some of my coworkers wanted to touch the hair because it's kind of got that buzz feel, and was like, they really liked it. So whatever. Anyways, I am heterosexual. Yes. I have never lied about my sexuality. Nope, I've never lied about it. I never had to come out. Actually, just now I had to come out as being a heterosexual. Yes, I am a heterosexual and a white male. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Fuck you. So no, never had to come out. Okay. I never doubted my parents' acceptance of my sexuality. Okay. I have never been called... Okay, wait, hold on a sec. Oh my God! What the hell? Wait a second. Holy shit. Buzzfeed! What the hell? What the hell was that? I didn't even notice. I'm not even paying attention to that part of the screen. And my God, BuzzFeed. What was that advertisement? Holy shit. I don't know. Oh my God. What was that advertisement? Oh my gosh, I can't go back up there. What do I do? What do I do? Can I shrink? Okay, okay. This will work. This will work. Okay, this will work. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Holy crap. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. It happened. It's like YouTube. Look, that was not on purpose. That was not me. If you have a problem with it, whatever. My goodness. Oh shit. What? But this like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so let's get this. Okay, so let's go. Like, I have never been called. I play Call of Duty, so I've actually been called that a billion times. So, yes, I have never been called a dyke though. So, there you go. I have never been called a fairy or no. I play Call of Duty, so yes, I've been called a lot of things. I never tried to hide my sexuality. I mean, I don't try to make a big deal of it either. But anyways. I am always comfortable with PDA with my partner in public. Actually, I used to be like really like, you know, but then I kind of got in trouble because it was at her work. And so then I became mindful of it in a way. But no, I would say I'm comfortable, so never mind. I don't know what that ad was, but it was like... what? Like Buzzfeed, what in the world? I don't know. Anyways, that, like, let's not talk about that ad anymore. I don't know. I'm just, my goodness, I don't even know. I don't know. Anyways, I'm continuing on. We're not going to talk about that ad. That's BuzzFeed's fault. I should sue them because I'm traumatized. Okay. So, blah, 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 comfortable, yes. I have never pretended to be just friends with my significant... Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Yes, always comfortable. Okay. I have never pretended to be just friends with my significant other. I did. One of my coworkers... It's not a moment in my life that I'm proud of, but... This was like when we were first getting, you know, in that sort of dating phase. And I mean, like, look, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, I'm sure she still is. She's probably she's obviously much older now, but, you know, she's actually like a year older than me. And, you know, I've grown to like just, you know, during our relationship to just think that she was the most beautiful woman in the world. But she kind of had like this nerdy thing going on. And, you know, part of like young male pride is like, you know, you want to beg the hot model type woman and not necessarily the, you know, fair. I mean, she's attractive. I mean, don't get me wrong, but yes, I did pretend. And oh, sorry, I have to unclick that. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'm not proud of that. I regretted doing that. I felt really bad. She's never known. Now she probably, well, she's not paying attention to me now. I mean, that was years ago. Long time ago, whatever. I have never been ostracized by my religion for my sexual, nope. I have never been told I would burn in hell for my sexual orientation. Not for the orientation, but maybe for proclivities. No. Look, I was young and stupid, and I was trying to be all like, you know, cool to a guy who I worked with, who we were friends, but he was like the coolest person at the place I worked. And so I'm trying to be like cool like that guy. You know, it was stupid. It was stupid, and I should never have done it. And I feel ashamed now. It's embarrassing now, even admitting it. But, you know, I mean, you were young and stupid. People do things. I mean, that's the least thing I did to screw up that relationship. I've screwed that up way beyond just that thing, but whatever. I have never been told that my sexuality is just a phase. But I've been told that some of my fetishes are, but okay. I have never been violently threatened because of my sexuality. Okay. I am a man. I guess I can move this up so people can see that. Because I got that face cam right there. Yeah, okay. I am a man. Well, I mean, how bold of you to ask that question, Buzzfeed. Yep, I'm a man. No, it's not the end all be all, but yeah, I was like, okay, I'm a man. I feel comfortable in the gender I was born as. Okay, I mean, unless, you know, something happens where, you know, my nuts get kind of crushed in there, then I'm not comfortable at that moment. I still identify as the gender I was born in. No, I don't identify as, I just am. I don't go like, you know what, I feel like a guy right now. No, I just am. I mean, I don't know. So whatever. I have never tried to change my gender. No, that sounds like it would hurt a lot. I have never been denied an opportunity because of my gender. Yes, I have, actually. They were looking for women. It's the truth. It's the truth. They wanted a woman. And so, anyways, I make more money than my professional counterparts of a different gender. Well, technically it's true, but I also put in a lot more hours than those counterparts. If they work the same amount of hours that I have, then they would make the same. So I am not going to check that because there's a difference between making more money but putting in more work as opposed to making more money and doing the same exact thing. So I put in more work. That's the bottom line. If they worked as long hours as I have, they would make as much money as I do. So that's all you need to do. You want to bridge that gap. You want that, you know, to narrow. Put in the hours. Put in the work. Work hard. You know, don't take 2-hour lunches. Okay? Don't take like a couple days off in a row every other week. Don't do it. Simple. It is. It's real simple. I get up. I have to go to work. I go to work. Bam. So, okay. I have never felt unsafe because of my gender. I mean, I've felt unsafe in like in bathrooms, like you ever like in the side of the road, middle of nowhere, you go to like those little rest stops. Holy shit. Some of those, oh my god, freaking fucking glory hole. Like, oh my god, I'm just like what the hell did I walk into? Anyways, it's horrible. I have never been catcalled. Actually, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Some guy, God, like several years ago, when I was at JFAX, and I don't know what the hell happened, but like, guy just like whistled and said, "Got a nice ass there," and like, you know, I like turn around, and he looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, you in the Evil Dead shirt," and I go, "Thanks." So, yeah. I don't know what I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I thought that shirt was pretty long, so I didn't even know if you could see my ass. But I'm wearing shorts, and I don't even think I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea why it happened, how it happened, but it happened. And it's like, okay, whatever. I've never been sexually harassed or assaulted. Not sexually. I have never been raped. Nope. I mean, I've had my girlfriend attack me. But I kind of liked it. So anyways, I mean, like, it was not like, it was, yeah, I mean, you know, it's my girlfriend. I work in a salary job. No, actually, I get paid by the hour. See, and that's why I make more money than the people who don't work the same amount of hours. Okay, so I'm paid by the hour. I'm not salary. I'm sorry. My family and I never lived below the poverty line. Nope. I've been homeless twice in my life. Twice. One when I was like really young and barely remember it. Our family lived in a tent. And then once when I was in high school, my family lost their house. And yeah, it sucked. It sucked. Like, it was just, yeah, it was a bad experience. But hey, look, I bounced back and I now own my own home. So look, people, we can rebound from adversity. We can rebound from bad things happening. So you know, you have to just work hard and make smart decisions. I don't have any student loans. No, I'm still paying off my student loans. Oh my God, like, I got like, what was it, like 7,000 left to go, basically 7,000. Oh man, 2022. Oh my God, it'll be all done. Oh shoot. So okay, so yeah, I can't check that. I have never gone to bed hungry. I have actually. I have never been. Oh, look at that! See, look at that. I have been homeless before. So there we go. My parents pay some of my bills. My parents pay all of my bills. I don't rely on public transportation. It's true. I do not. I buy new clothes at least once a month. Even if I had all the money in the world, I would not buy new clothes once a month. I'm sorry. I'm like one of those guys who just wear things to death. I mean, they literally have to start falling apart. And then I might consider getting a new outfit. I don't know. So, yeah. I have never done my taxes myself. No, I've done my taxes myself. I have never felt poor. No, I felt poor quite a bit. I have never had to worry about making rent. Well, I mean, technically, no, because I don't rent, but mortgage, yeah, and there's been some times. I have never worked as a waiter, barista, bartender, or salesperson. Okay, so here's the thing. I have worked as a bartender once. And it was a weird story. So I was a loan officer way back before the crash happened. So I have some inside knowledge about like why the housing bubble crashed, and let me just tell you, it was because the government fucking with shit, making us give loans to people who had no business getting those loans. Okay, like the things I saw. Anyways, so the mortgage company that I was working with, now it's defunct, I think. But anyways, they bought a bar, and so it was a slow period. So they had me manage the bar in the morning. I would come in, basically clean everything up, take the liquor orders, that stuff, get everything set up, and get everything ready for opening. And for some reason, they didn't have a bartender or whatever. They called in or whatever. I don't know. And so they're like, hey, you need to like bartend. And it's like, I have zero experience bartending. And I was god awful. People wanted like me to make a mixed drink. I was like, what the hell mixed drink is this? I had no clue what I was doing. I was way in over my head. So technically, I've worked as a bartender. does it count in this situation? I don't know. I guess I'm not going to check it because technically I was a bartender for a brief moment. I have had an unpaid internship. Nope, never had an internship. I have had multiple unpaid internships. How is that privilege? Having a paid unpaid internship. How is that a privilege? That is like you basically getting robbed. I went to summer camp. I did go to a summer camp. It was awesome. Great fun. I went to private school. I did go to a private school. It was a religious school. The church that my parents attended paid for it. I thank them for that. It got me out of a school that was very rough and very not cool. And probably wouldn't be the person I am today, and probably wouldn't have had the education that I had if I would have. I don't know. Whatever. I might not. I might even be dead. I don't know. So whatever. So I'm very thankful. I graduated high school. Yes. I went to an elite college. I don't know if I would call it an elite college, but I did graduate college. Yes, I have a degree. My degree is in political science. That is why I am not rich or successful, because political science. My parents paid some of my tuition. Yes, they did. I had a car in high school. Technically, it was the parents' car, so no. I've never had a roommate. I mean, like I've had roommates, but you talking about like housemates or something, or you're talking about like I'm gonna check. Not check that. Like, I've always had cable. No, I do not have cable. Cable is a waste of money. The internet rules. Screw you, cable. Screw you. Internet, awesome. It's all the entertainment I need. Netflix, bam. Blu-rays, bam. So, there. I have traveled internationally, yes. Like I said, been to Japan twice, been to Canada. I was going to say China for some reason. Been to Canada, yep. I travel internationally at least once a year. I wish. I studied abroad, yes. The first trip was a school trip to Japan, so there we go. I've never skipped a meal to save money. I have skipped meals to save money, yes. I don't know what Sally Mae is. I do know what Sally Mae is. I went spring breaks. I spent spring break. I spent spring breaks abroad. Nope. I have frequent flyer miles. I'm sure they've expired by now. Since the last time I've taken a flight was like 2002. So I'm sure, yeah. My parents are heterosexual for the most part. That's what I think. My parents are both alive. I hope so. My parents are still married, yes. I do not have any physical disabilities. Okay, so I guess now you have to figure out, like, what do you mean by, like, I wear glasses because my eyes cannot see properly. I am pretty much blind without them. So, that would be a physical disability. But it's corrected by corrective lenses. So, yeah, okay, whatever. I do not have any social disabilities. Like, you might not know this, but I get socially anxious, like, when I'm in a crowded room. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Like, by the way, do you need to know a little bit Japanese to understand the people there? Beast Cod 80, it really depends on where you're going. If you go to like the main places like Osaka, Tokyo, even places like Kyoto, you'll do fine. There are people there who are very helpful. One of these stories I have from Japan was I was outside of a restaurant with my girlfriend, and we were reading the menu that was on the placard. And of course, I could read it, but it takes a little time to get it down. And this gentleman comes up to us. He's like, "Hey, do you need me to tell you what's on the board?" And we said, "No, thank you. We can get it." And he actually kind of looked disappointed. Like he's like, "Oh, okay." And I really should have said, "Oh, wait, come back. No, please tell us what's on there." But when we were in the train station and we were trying to get to Osaka, we're out there and we're looking at the train whatever diagrams they have, and this person comes up and say, "Hey, where are you guys heading?" And I said like Osaka, and it's like, "Okay, you want to go here, and there." So I mean, and then there's a lot of things like there's a lot of things in the main areas where there are like English that can help you out a little bit. It is helpful to know a little bit of Japanese. Just it makes things a little easier. But I mean, like you can get around without knowing a lot of Japanese. Like the second trip when I went to Japan, it was just us regular folks, no native Japanese speakers, no professional Japanese speakers, and we were able to get there, get through customs, get to a train, get to our hotel, and I guess there's another story of probably like racial discrimination. So we were it was late. It was late at night when we got into Osaka. And we were staying at this hotel, the Riga Grand Hotel in Osaka. And it was a little ways from the train station. And I know enough Japanese to know what, like, the taxi occupied or on break or whatever. I know enough to know, like, whether a taxi is available or not. And there was a taxi that was available. We go up to the taxi, as white people, us white Americans, and the taxi driver's like, and then change the sign, and I'm like, so I mean, I was. At first I thought like, okay, you know what? Maybe he forgot that it wasn't, on or he forgot that it wasn't, in the right position or something. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but maybe in hindsight, he's like, oh my God, it's fucking Americans. Shit. I don't need this. I don't need this shit. Just no. I'm like, whatever. So, but, so yeah, anyways, you definitely want to have a map, so that way, one in your language, so that basically your language version of what to say if you're going for a particular street or something like that. But yeah, I mean, unless you're doing something very complex, I mean, like the rail system is awesome. If you want to hit like the major things, you can just do that easily through the rail system, and then you can usually walk to certain places real easy. So like when I went there the second time, we basically base camp in Osaka, and then we just did day trips, a day trip to Kyoto, go to Kiyomizu-dera and some things, make a day trip to Himeji to see Himeji Joe, then make it like a day trip to Kobe to find some Kobe Gyuniku, stuff like that. So that's kind of how we did it when we were in Osaka. Just go to different places in Osaka. So yeah, you can do it. I mean, I recommend at least knowing some things, but it's not entirely necessary. But it's a good idea. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, I guess physical disability, social disability. Yo, Prince Raj 592, what is up? Social disabilities. I mean, I am very Oh, thank you, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That is very kind of you. I just subscribed to your channel. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I don't know why you subscribe to my channel. It's pretty dead, but anyways. But man, I appreciate it. I appreciate everything there. That's great. Like, so why'd you subscribe? I'm just curious. Like, what made you subscribe to my channel? Was it this awesome live stream that's been meandering and has like very little focus? Or is it one of my many super professional videos that have millions of views? I don't know. Jim the Thug makes an appearance. Hey Jim, what is up? How's it going? What would you do if you were in prison? Well, I'd probably get raped. I don't know. Isn't that what happens in prison? I don't. I mean, I would try to keep to myself. I would try to keep to myself, but that's probably a losing strategy. So I'd probably end up getting shivved or something. I don't know. But I would try to like keep to myself and try to stay out of trouble. But apparently you probably can't stay out of trouble in prison. And, but yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. I guess, you know, I'd try to make friends with, you know, people that I could trust. But in the end, it's prison. So I would try to keep a low profile. I would try to like not have a problem with anybody. But yeah, probably get shivved and raped. Or raped and shivved, or raped while being shivved, things like that, whatever. And I'm going to consider that a social disability. Anyways, I don't have any learning disabilities, not that I know of. I have never had an eating disorder, not that I know of. I have never been depressed. And we're not checking that. I have never considered suicide. I mean, thoughts are thoughts. Thoughts are thoughts. I mean, I don't know. I know I have never attempted it, and God willing, I never will. I mean, I have never taken medication for my mental health. I mean, unless you consider alcohol. I can afford medication when I need it. I mean, I guess it depends on the medication. I've heard some medications are ungodly expensive, but whenever I've needed medication, I've been able to expend it. I have never been told I'm overweight or too skinny. No, I've been told I'm overweight. I have. I've been told that. I have never felt overweight or underweight or too skinny. You know, the funny thing is, like, when I was in high school, I was like a thin, like, toothpick for a while. So yes, I've actually felt like too skinny, like I needed like muscle and stuff like that. So you know what? Yeah, okay. I have never been shamed for my body type. I mean, shamed, I guess. See, that's the thing. Is like, shame is such a strong word. I mean, I have been poked fun of. But I mean, like, shamed, like, oh my God, you know, horrible, like, no, I know. So I guess, you know, fun fact, I use lotion that cost me $200 that helped me with dry skin. Did it actually work? I mean, I'm just curious. Or did you just spend $200 and it did nothing? Because that would suck. But I mean, I've known people who, I mean, I've got dry skin. My forehead is especially dry this time of year. But I've known people that, yeah, they've had it really bad where it would flake bad, so they had to take stuff for it. It sucks. But hopefully the medication worked. Jim the Thug asks, what would you do if you were the father of a tentacle monster? I guess it depends. Yeah, it is a lot of money, but I mean, if the dry skin was really a problem, if you're like constantly itching and it flaking, and it was, I guess it's one of those things like if it's something you can live with and not have to spend $200, then, you sort of live with it. But if it was really creating like a situation that it was becoming burdensome, maybe the $200 is worth it. I don't know. That would be totally dependent on the situation. So, but tentacled monster, it depends on if the tentacled monster is super powerful and I could parlay that into, fame, fortune, and basically blackmailing the world for money and women and power, I would be very happy to have my monstrous Cthulhu monster baby threaten the world and give us, I would be like, it's like, it'd be good if I had like a couple $1,000,000 there, government, and it would be a shame if my son were to, I don't know, tentacle the place. I'm just saying. I don't know. It's such a weird question. I mean, I guess like if it was trying to kill me or kill people, I guess I'd have to begrudgingly put it down. But if it was just, like a cool monster, I mean, I guess I'd gradually accept it and, have a long line of tentacle monster family, I guess, whatever. I consider myself to be physically attractive. No. I mean, I like looking at myself, I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I can afford a therapist, probably. I'm sure it's covered by my insurance or something like that. I've used prescription drugs recreationally? No. Why? I have never had an addiction. Unless you count YouTube. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sure there are things that I'm addicted to that aren't considered addictions or whatever. Whatever, I'm checking that, whatever. Yeah, I can afford. Okay. I have never been shamed for my religious beliefs. No. I've been ridiculed, but not shamed. I have never been violently threatened for my religious beliefs. Well, I guess it depends on whether or not you considered like Al-Qaeda and ISIS saying that they should kill all non-believers in Islam as a threat of violence because of religious beliefs. If you count that, then yes, I have been threatened. But if you don't count that, then I haven't. But I'm going to count that because these people actually do kill people and want people to die and are actively trying. So, yeah, I think it counts. I have never been violently attacked for my religious beliefs. No, I have not yet. There is a place of worship in my religion in my town. Oh, yeah, of course. What if the tentacle monster was a rapist that impregnates women to take over the world and no, the tentacle monster won't hurt you? Here's the question. You're saying that it's trying to take over the world. With me being its father, does that mean I'm the world ruler? I'm just wondering, because if so, then yeah, I'm okay with that. If not, then no, I'm not okay with that. Bad kid. Bad kid. You can't rule the world. It's my job. That's my job. I am the father. Anyways. I have never lied about my ethnicity as self-defense. Yes, I'm the king. Hail to the king, baby. Boom. I have never lied about my religion as self-defense. No. All my jobs have been accommodating for my religious practices. Sure. I don't think it's ever come up, but sure. I am not nervous at airport security lines. I am nervous at any security lines. It's part of that whole social anxiety thing. No, I mean, I am. I'm like nervous. I'll do the wrong thing or something. You know, like whenever I go through like a metal detector and nothing buzzes, I am like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. It's like, I'm just like, what do I do? Like my belt, my change. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I am nervous. So there you go. I have never heard this statement. You have been randomly selected for secondary passport control. No, I have never heard that statement. I have never been called a terrorist. Unless you count social justice warriors who call all white people or Americans the true terrorists, then yes, I have been called one. But I'm not going to count that because they're ridiculous and they're not part of the, real rational thinking. So, yeah, I'm going to check that one. Nobody has ever tried to save me for my religious beliefs. So, funny thing, my first year in college, I went to a college in Kentucky, Williamsburg, Kentucky. It was called Cumberland College. Now I think it's called Cumberland University. They had some Baptist people, which I didn't really think of Baptists as very evangelical. I mean, well, maybe they are even. Those who just go out and door to door people, I kind of think of those more along the lines of more aggressive type religious entities. But no, they came to the dorms. And, they asked me straight up, what do you think? And, I said, well, I'm Christian Reformed, Calvinist. And they go, oh, so you don't believe in God? I'm like, what? What the hell is this? What in the world are you talking about? You obviously have no idea what Calvinists and Reformists believe. So what the hell? Anyway, so... My God, this was like, what, 1997? This was a long time ago anyway. So they're like, well, we need to talk to you because we need to save you. I'm like, well, no. You do not need to talk to me. You do not need to save me. And if you continue, my tentacle child will have to deal with you. Anyways, so okay, yeah. So yeah. So I don't check that. Someone's tried to save me. I have never been cyberbullied for any of my identities. What? Identities? Do I have multiple identities? I mean, like, oh, there's aspects of my identity, but like identities, like there's like, I have to have multiple identities. I am just me. I am one person. I mean, I don't have multiple personality disorder, so I don't get the question cyberbullied for any of my identities. I mean, you mean I've never been cyberbullied for any aspect of my identity? Is that probably a more accurate way of putting it? I mean, I've been cyber bullied before, I guess, but never like, it's always, just crappy comments and shit like that. But I'm just gonna, I don't even know, whatever. I was not bullied as a child for any of my identity. Once again, like I have been bullied as a child for a lot of reasons. And yes, some aspects, like for instance, my glasses, I've been called Four Eyes like a billion times, among other things. I mean, like, and the thing is, like, kids are shit too sometimes. I swear. Like, there was this time where one of my sports teams won a big game, and I wore a sports team shirt, and people say, "Oh man, they won, so you're wearing that shirt, huh?" It's like, what the fuck are you giving me shit because I'm wearing a sports team logo shirt the day after they won a big game. I mean, I can't even enjoy like my sport team. I mean, what the hell, people? Screw off. So yeah, I don't check that. I have never tried to distance myself from any of my identity. What the hell? You mean I have never tried to distance myself from any aspect of my personality? Yes, like I like horror movies, but sometimes I kind of not tell people that I like horror movies because people get weirded out sometimes when they say people like horror movies. Or I like heavy metal music, but some people, freak out about that type of thing. Yes, I try not to talk about like my religious opinions, and sometimes I try not to talk about my political opinions because I try not to, I want to have just like a level conversation with people and not have to worry about all this shit. So yes, I've tried to distance myself from some of my other things or not make it like, a point of emphasis, but that's usually just because I don't want to start shit and I don't want to like, I don't know, it's not something that's relevant until later. Anyways, Jim the Thug asks, what would you do if 80% woman, we gross eldritch abomination, and the normal ones are crazy insane cultists that worship the eldritch abomination woman? Jim, I'm going to ask you a very, very important question. A very important question. This is a very serious question. So I'm going to get my serious voice out. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't want to like yell this out or anything like that. But, Jim, in this situation, where 80% of the women were gross eldritch abominations, and the other 20% were crazy, insane cultists that worship those abominations. My only real important question for you is, are there orgies? And if so, am I a part of those? No. I've never been self-conscious about any of my I've never been self-conscious about any of my parts of personality. I'm always self-conscious about everything that I am. That's part of humanity, is they are introspective and questioning and always trying to, make themselves, better or more, so yeah, I guess, I'm self-introspective a lot, so whatever. Anyways, so I have never questioned any of my aspects of who I am. No, I like I said, once again, introspection is always a part of people. Okay, Jim. What if you're not in the cult? Are you then violently murdered or sacrificed? And how strict is the cult? I mean, could I just kind of like be a part of the cult without actually like really being a part of the cult, if you know what I mean? Because, I do like the idea of the orgies. I don't necessarily like the idea of, worshiping gross eldritch abominations. But then again, I also don't like to be savagely eaten or torn apart by said gross eldritch abominations. So, I don't know. But most likely, I'd live with the orgies. I would. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, you're talking about if I ever questioned my sexuality. I mean, not really. Have I questioned my religious beliefs? Yes. Have I question my gender? No. Have I questioned, like how I act and things like that? Well, yeah, I mean, anyways, so whatever. Anyways, I feel privileged because of the identities I was born with. No, I don't feel any privilege or anything like that. So it's time to check the score. Time to check the score. Time to check the score. Let's check it. You live with 51 out of 100 points of privilege. You're quite privileged. You've had a few struggles, but overall your life has been far easier than most. This is not a bad thing. You're quite privileged. Ha 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 ha. Like, because I'm like 51. I wonder what happens if like you get to 49. You can't undo things. I I wonder what the threshold is. But man, like like 51, whatever. Anyways, close that out. Get back to this thing here. Get back to the main spiel. There we go. Okay, we're back. Back to the regular stuff. So, oh no, I'm privileged. Even though I scored less, I mean, like 51 out of 100 questions. I mean, I don't know what the threshold is. Maybe it's 50. Maybe I was just that much. Some of the questionable things, like, I guess I was technically called a terrorist or whatever. Things like that. But, some of those questions were kind of wishy-washy. But, it was an interesting thing. I wonder if all you do is check white and male. If you check those two, you're automatically considered super privileged. No, I mean, like the only privileges I enjoy are the privileges of living in America. Anyways. Oh, Jim the Thug gets back. Yes, you will be killed and sacrificed if you are not in the cult, and they are very tough with the rules, and not all the Eldritch Abomination are evil, just most. Okay. What are the rules? What are the rules? Tell me what the rules are. I'm just curious what the rules are. What are the rules? Do I have to eat human flesh? Because I'm kind of against that. And by kind of, I mean completely against. I don't know. Anyways, oh, man. It's been, gosh, gee, 2 hours. Dang. Oh, man. No, I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to, like, call it a night. I'm gonna have to eat some dinner, have some good food, get in my tummy, get in my belly. Just watching the mic volume just. Anyways, also my voice is starting to get a little scratchy, but man, those nightmare worlds you come up with, Jim. Those nightmare worlds. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. It's been basically 2 hours, and like I said, my voice is starting to get a little scratched up. And it's getting on dinner time. Gonna eat, relax, think of some things, watch some things. Maybe I'll watch some Prison School. Who am I kidding? It's so far away. It's like all the way over there. I can't reach it. I tried, guys. I tried. I really did. Anyways. Number 1, no fucking outside the cult. 2, no other religions. 3, you must kill. Well, number 1 is real easy since I'm not really fucking outside of the cult now. Number 2, no other religions. I think I can keep that a secret. I think I can. I think I can keep that a secret. Number 3, you must kill. That's the thing I kind of, that's the problem right there. The killing part. That's the big problem. So I probably end up getting murdered and sacrificed then. But I try to fit in up to the point where they're like, hey, it's time for you to kill someone. I'm like, oh, is he a murderer? No. Is he a rapist? No. Is he just an average dude? Yep. All right, time for me to die. Sorry. Anyways, but yeah, yeah, I'm just, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna end this. It's been great talking with you guys. I'd like to thank everyone who showed up in the stream. That would be Jim the Thug, Mr. Beast, COD 80, Prince Raj, Dragon Ball Z. Who else showed up? Can't remember everybody else. Everybody else here. Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that's. I think that's everyone who said anything. So, anyways, so I will see you guys later. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. And we'll be back next time, and maybe I'll work on some of those videos and get them out. If YouTube can stop being shit for, like, I don't know, the rest of existence. I don't know. Anyways, until then, I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Bye.